So myself, Chris or Christy Coronaba. I'm a 30 plus engineers with experience in telecom, broadcasting, media. I met most of you in the 5G Mag meetings, even 1 week ago in Berlin, in IBC and NAB. I will try to condensate the 30 years of experience in 30 seconds. Born in Romania, graduated Electronical University. After that, joined it as a radio engineer, first mobile network in Romania, and building GSM network radio stations all over the country. After 5 years, I moved to Harris Broadcasting from GSM to radio broadcasting, FM, TV, AM. By that time, analog. After that, digital transmitters in all over the world. Back in Romania 20 years ago, in 2006, building first IPTV network as a chief architect for Romanian Telecom, moved to Romanian Public TV, and together with our friends here, Sebastian, we built the first app in Eastern Europe that had opportunity to transmit linear TV over smartphones. It was using a Vaduva, very cheap solution, but very use it. So that was number one in top downloads at iOS. It was just after Apple released HLS, and we were proud of being the first who transformed the phone into a TV sets in the customer hands. From TVR, I started my international consultancy work in many European countries, Liberty Global in Amsterdam, Telenor in Oslo, Vodafone in Germany, in the AGN, European Parliament, and Sina Media. I did the same things, optimizing streaming, IPTV networks, and lately lecturing during COVID pandemic for Ravensbourne University. I use it to teach classes of streaming technologies for the students in London. And by that period of time, I cut the last two letters of my name, TI, because the students were thinking that they have a lady lecturer, but it was a man, so I shortened myself as Chris. From 2021, I moved to here in Switzerland, and I joined it as a media architect for Sunrise. That's the 5G network. By that period of time, they merged their operations with the cable network, and I helped them to optimize that DTV, which 5G streaming network. And I noticed the issue that they had during the Crowdy event, because they had the license to transmit ice hockey and other sport events in Switzerland. And during the Crowdy events, the 5G network was down. So I took as a note, and I tried to find a solution to optimize the streaming over 5G in order to have a better usage of the network and an efficient energy allocation. I spoke with my friends from Vplay, Sebastian and the guys, and we applied for a grant from Innovate UK, and we won it. So we founded Dr. Quantum 2 years ago, and from there we developed StreamCore, which is a network resource allocation system for virtual network functions in the GSM network slice. But here I will let Sebastian to introduce a little bit the technical team and what they have done so far. Sebastian, floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm obviously the intruder. When Chris invited me to come over, I was like, okay, but I'm not the technical guy in the team. We're a company based in Munich, in Germany. We're a startup. We're startup people. We're on kind of the other end of the spectrum. We have BBC and Nvidia, and now it's probably the startup guys and what we're trying to build to change the industry. So our company, essentially offers video SDKs and monetization options for broadcasters like ProSiebenSat.1, Sport1, stuff like that. Also, companies outside Germany. But what's really interesting for us are, like there's one word on our minds these days, which is basically efficiency. How do we, make streaming more efficient? And how do we lower costs at all levels? This is also what Chris is trying to achieve with his project. So our mostly, these days we're mostly focused on building AI upscalers that run in the browser, where you can basically upscale a 240p stream to 180 using the local GPU. And our main question is how are we able to do this with minimal GPU consumption, so the experience is flawless for the user. And based on this research work that we've done, also we got acquainted with Chris's work, who I know from the past. And our role in StreamCore was basically providing the data set that Chris needed to kind of validate his assumptions based on what he's trying to achieve with StreamCore. So we came up with a generative approach. I think you already realized I'm a big fan of what's going on with the world right now in AI. So essentially our organization runs on coding agents, on content generation agents, and we also built a network of agents who could generate the synthetic data set for Chris to be able to benchmark against, that would essentially mimic real traffic conditions of video streams, but also not go into any sort of copyright infringement or sort of rights infringement issues. So that was basically our role. I'm personally very excited about Chris's project in general. He got this grant from Innovate UK, and we're here to kind of help him move forward. I've been involved with startups in Silicon Valley for a little, so our plan is to try and get some funding from people over there. I guess that's pretty much it from me. I'll let Chris, it's late for everyone. I'll let Chris quickly run through what his tech does. And yeah, I had a very great time being here with you today. Thank you.
So back to me. StreamCore implements a machine learning-based approach to network resource allocation for network slices. So we are focusing on three key virtual network functions: the RAN, which is the main wireless access to the network in 5G, OVS, Open vSwitch network traffic forwarding, and UPF, the user plane functions that processes all the user data packets. Our platform, our system, the StreamCore, is doing using the PyTorch neural network to model each of these three VNFs. The model are designed to predict both the mean and standard deviation of performance metric, enable regressions, and doing this with uncertainty estimation. And what's the prediction process and adaptive architecture? We're using PyTorch to do that, and I will share with you our results. And I put it on the chat, the repository that is public, is open source, and we encourage you to work with your data sets. We are still trying to improve this. It's work in progress, but after all the PyTorch was manually coded, now we are moving to cloud to improve our code. But against the standard CADRL, which is category-aware dual agent reinforcement learning, the state-of-the-art reinforcement learning baseline, StreamCore do the same job using 21.9% less resource. That's mostly 1/5 of the capacity that could be handed back to the operator. And that beat our best estimation approach. The obvious question here will be, what cost to the quality? And the answer is the next result. The QoS degradation for smooth 4K streaming is less than 0.1. In plain terms, that 4K stream, it still stay smoothly. we are not buying efficiency of capacity building by dropping the experience. We hold the experience with the uh, user that with our test bed we could upload 5 simultaneously 4K on a 5G test bed, and the issue we noticed it was on the uplink, and here it came the main technical challenge, because on the downlink the run was dimensioned to solve the problem, and there are also the technologies like the one BBC shared with the 5G broadcast and the latest multicast MBR that are optimizing the downlink. We are trying to do a network efficiency on the uplink, because we notice it with the same load. The link here is 18 megabit per second down, but only 14 uplink. So we are trying to do that with the a newest approach to use mock in order to um, avoid the struggle with the TCP/IP packets, and an AI video codec on the input side that will be connected with the our UPF user plane function in order to optimize the model. Everything under an AI run from NVIDIA. So that's the work in progress, and we I will jump over the AI slides. There are obvious applications in the industry, in robotics, in VR, XR streaming for gaming, in telehealth, in defense, and drones. And here we are as a startup, looking for partnerships, funding pipeline, and as a main concept, we kept all the code open source. I publish it on repository on GitHub, and we encourage all the guys to test it and to come with the feedback. And here is a slide that I have to thank to Thomas and his generosity that he shared the slides from last week in Berlin. And I like the concept that AI is the new UI, and that's inverting the traffic model. So you have this in Thomas' presentation, synergies of 6G and AI from 5G Mac latest. That was, I try to be as short as possible. There are a lot of technical explanations on the GitHub. We are also publishing our emails and contact details. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact. Thank you very much.